Good morning, guys. Welcome to the Introduction to Yoga Challenge Day 3. We're going to be doing plank pose today. So, first off, well, my name's Adam, this is Earth Dominion. First off, come to your knees. Now, what I want you to do is stack your hips directly above your knees and have your knees hip width apart. Place your hands on the mat, come to tabletop position and have your hands directly underneath your shoulders. Now if you place your hands half a handprint in front of your shoulders now and really engage the mat with your fingers, really spread your fingers wide. Actually what I would do, start off in the fingertips, spreading the fingertips out, lower your hand down onto the mat, knuckle by knuckle, so we're going down from to each knuckle of the finger. We're going to lower down, lower down, lower down until we get to the base knuckles, and you should feel almost like a cup suction sort of thing happening going on in the palm of your hand. This is the last part that we lower down to the floor. So we're going to start off with the fingertips, press outwards, engaging the mat, lowering each knuckle at a time until we get to all knuckles, and you should almost feel like your hands are stuck to the mat now. Right? You'll feel a lot more engagement in the arm, because if we go straight into the wrists, all of the stress and tension goes directly into the joints. So if you dump in all of your weight into the wrist, all of the stress and tension is going to hit the elbow and the shoulder. You're going to feel a little pinching in the shoulder maybe, and over time you'll end up with elbow injuries. So now get into the practice of doing this. Get into the practice of spreading your fingers wide and engaging the mat. Really feeling the mat, pulling the energy up from the mat. Okay? Because that way we engage all of the muscles in the arm. It runs through the fingers, through the hands, up the arms, through the shoulders, into the back. We're not dumping. That's where injuries happen. Okay? So, we're going to come to the hands and knees. Do the knuckle thing. Get the fingers nice and engaged. Now your hands are shoulder width apart. They're not too wide, not too close together. You want to keep everything nice and balanced in the shoulder. So place your hands half a handprint in front of your shoulders. Do the fingers. Inhale. And I want you to lengthen from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Now you got to pull the belly in a little bit just to support the spine, because the more you pull your belly button in towards the spine, the more the core muscles are engaged and they're like sucking around the spine, holding and supporting. So pull the belly in a little bit, lengthen the neck, lengthen the tailbone. Don't tilt so that your belly's dropping. You want to almost do the same thing as in mountain pose, lengthening down towards the floor when you're in mountain pose. So this way we're lengthening back. We're lengthening back, trying to stretch out the spine. So stretching out the spine, supporting, shoulders again externally rotated back into their sockets away from the ears. I would wrap the elbows, I don't know if you can see this or not, we're going to wrap the elbows in, so wrapping the forearms in, but externally rotating the shoulders and back. It's quite a difficult thing to try and do. So the idea is you wrap your elbows in, shoulders back away from the ears. And that way, once we're engaging through the fingers, we've got the elbows that way and the shoulders back, you will feel connection in your back. You will feel a connection of muscles happening in your back, and that's going to give you a really nice base of support. So we wrap the elbows in, shoulders back, tuck the tails. Actually, what you can do here is to practice this plank pose. You can lift the feet up and just practice leaning into your hands a little bit. Just practice leaning forward into your hands. Try to get that length in the upper body. You can tuck your chin a little bit, just a little bit, to draw more length into the back of the neck. You don't want to be pulling back like this or up like this, because as soon as we do that with the neck, we're breaking the connection. We're breaking the connection of energy in the muscles. We want to be drawing length. We don't want to be creating any tension in the neck anywhere. Okay, so nice and long in the neck. Lift the feet up and just sit here, rocking backwards and forwards, and see what it feels like to be strong in the upper body here. Nice and strong and engaged in the shoulders. Shoulders are back, elbows wrapped. Most of your weight is going to be going into this area, into the index finger and the thumb. You engage in the mat completely, but most of the weight, as soon as you wrap the elbows in, will shift to this area. Okay? So wrap the elbows in, shoulders back. Nice engaged core, long in the spine. Now lower the toes down, curl the toes under, and as you lift your knees, you're going to come forward. This is why we need our hands, half a handprint in front of our shoulders, so that when we lift the knees, we want to be pushing back into the heels. We're not really going to be lifting or letting the hips sink at all. We want to stay nice and strong. Push back into the heels. Lengthening from the head all the way to the heels. And you want to be lifting, pulling the kneecaps up towards your hips, so that you're engaging the quads here. If you pull the kneecaps up and push back, shoulders back, fingers engaged, elbows wrapped, core engaged, lengthen the spine. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Lower the knees. Unwrap the toes. Okay? It's a very simple pose to do. A lot of people do it wrong. Purely, I think mostly it's because of the shoulders and the positioning of the arms. A lot of people, especially when they're doing press-ups, they'll let the elbows come out like that, and they'll do press-ups like that, and basically that's creating an imbalance in all of the joints, and it's torquing your joints in such a way that you can't feel it at first. It feels tight and horrible, and you think, yeah, I'm doing press-ups, yeah, this is great. But over time, you're going to feel pain in your elbows and feel pain in your shoulders. So you need to focus on this engagement of the fingers, wrapping the elbows in, shoulders back, away from the ears, into their sockets, engaging that full chain of muscles. Okay? And the more you do that, when you're doing press-ups, you can bend the elbows back. That way we're working with the movement of the joints. Okay? So this way we're going to wrap. To do a press-up, we would wrap the elbows forward and go down, working with the joints. Okay, so I hope this helps. Don't forget to share and like this, because again, I said this yesterday, the more you share and like this, the more people we can help. We're really trying to help as many people as we can. I think it's important that we start learning these things about our body, because there's too many of us walking around with injuries. Okay, so yeah, don't forget to check out any of our social media accounts if you're interested in what we're doing on a daily basis. Usually, I know Joy is very, very good at uploading daily on Instagram and things like that. I'm updating as often as I can. So yeah, go and check out our social media accounts. Go and check out our YouTube. Yeah, there'll be more to come, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. See you later. Peace.